PS5 is the king of the Americas with explosive console sales. And it looks like Nintendo may be about to announce or at least reveal its Switch successor at Gamescom this month. And Sony, well, Sony's PS5 Pro is using an all-new system on chip provided by AMD, and it may surprise some of you. Grand Theft Auto 6 is hotly tipped to have a debut trailer this September, as well as a PS5 Pro version of the game, which will launch with Grand Theft Auto 6 next year. Those are the rumors, hotly tipped, all that and more, right after this. Welcome back to another Foxy Games UK news video. If you like the work I do here, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit notification, follow Foxy Games UK via Twitter at FoxyGames_UK for more informative gaming news, rumor, opinion, and gameplay. All relevant links can be found in the video's description. So in our first news story, courtesy of VGCharts.com and reported elsewhere by multiple news outlets, PlayStation 5 has become the best-selling console as sales jump 48% in the Americas hardware estimates for June 2023 sales. So the PlayStation 5 was the best-selling console in America, that's USA, Canada, and Latin America, with 498,293 units sold for June 2023, according to VG Charts estimates that the PlayStation 5 has sold an estimated 17.24 million units lifetime throughout the Americas. Now, of course, PS5 sales compared to the same month for PS4 in 2016 are up by over 217,000 units. So in terms of USA hardware estimates for June 2023, at number 4, PlayStation 4, 3,451 units. At number 3, Xbox Series X and S at 238,571 units. At number 2, Switch, 357,236 units. And at number 1, PlayStation 5 with a whopping 421,024 units, which really is quite a jump. I mean, I think it may be to do with the price cut and everything else, but in terms of PlayStation 5 maximizing popularity and actually reaching market penetration across Americas, it is indeed now the number 1 selling console in the Americas. But what about the UK? Well, according to VideoGamesChronicle.com, PS5 sales jumped 75% in the UK following the recent price cut. So the PS5 has earned its third biggest week of sales this year. According to GfK data via GamesIndustry.biz, PS5 is up 63% week on week in terms of revenue. Now, the last week was reportedly the third strongest week of the year for the PS5, with the only better performing weeks coming in February due to a God of War Ragnarok bundle, which was very popular. Now, the standard PS5 was up 205% in units, according to GfK data. Several retailers also twinned this price cut with some unofficial bundles, which included titles such as Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Forspoken, and Saints Row. Now, last week, Sony Interactive Entertainment claimed that PlayStation 5 sales have reached 40 million units worldwide. If you're curious how the other platform holders are doing, well, these are the lifetime to-date sales in the Americas. PS4 has a lifetime sale of 41,573,341 units. Xbox Series X and S, that's 13,106,704 units. Nintendo Switch, 49,211,992 units. And PS5, 17,236,595 units. Now, of course, with Nintendo Switch in its 6th year, the console is aging a bit. You'd expect it to have quite a major disparity in numbers compared to the other platform holders, barring PS4, of course, which is even older than the Switch. But yeah, Nintendo Switch overtook PS4 some time ago, and PS5 is leading the roost in the Americas, which is interesting because America, obviously, quite a patriotic nation. You'd have thought out of the 380 odd million people, I'm not sure the final count, but there's over 300 million people in America at least. And 2.5 years into the Xbox Series life cycle, a fraction have purchased a console. I guess the same could be said about PS5 in Japan. But, at least in Japan, another Japanese product is leading the console market share. In America, the Japanese consoles are running things. Anyway, it's good news all around for all platform holders as the market is indeed growing and gaming is just getting bigger and bigger. So in our final news story then, this time courtesy of PSU.com PlayStation Universe, Sony PlayStation 5 Pro's system on chip reportedly uses N4P, that's a 4nm process node. The current PS5, or the launch one at least, uses a 7nm and revisions thereafter 6nm. This one drops down to 4nm. Interesting stuff. So AMD tipster Kepler has claimed that the as yet unannounced Sony PS5 Pro system on chip will likely utilize the NP4 process node. The leaker wrote on Twitter that the PS5 Pro chips won't be built on a 3nm process node and that there's not much real difference between the N3E 3nm process in regards to power and performance, as such a decision to use a 4nm process node won't likely impact the power of Sony's mid-cycle refresh system. So it's mostly about power and performance, or I guess it's Sony's aim to boost the current PS5 stock software and obviously improve and accelerate ray tracing, as well as finally reach the 60 FPS holy grail of 4K. Could it be? This revision is mostly about the logic density, which is offset by the increased wafer cost, according to this article. As mentioned, Sony has not yet announced the PS5 Pro, but there's been rumors stretching back quite a few months now that it is in the pipeline. Interestingly, Xbox expressed no interest in a Xbox Series X Pro console, despite what you may have heard from some Xbox-centric YouTubers. Most recently, it has been reported the console will be known as Project Trinity and will launch in November 2024, maybe around the time that Grand Theft Auto 6 launches. Incidentally, there's rumors about Grand Theft Auto 6 having a trailer this September, so we may get our first look at Grand Theft Auto 6 September. And other interesting tidbits of rumors are that Gamescom, which is taking place this month, Nintendo is rumored to be announcing or at least revealing its successor to the Nintendo Switch, whatever you want to call it, Nintendo Switch 2, what have you. But there seems to be an air of uncertainty as to whether the next gen Switch successor will be backward compatible with current Nintendo Switch software, albeit cartridge or digital format. Pretty sure the big N wouldn't be so reckless, though it is Nintendo. And I'm certain if it is not back compatible, that I will not be buying it, especially after the ridiculous prices that we paid for Nintendo Switch versions of games for simply being on cartridge. Comparatively overpriced. So I'm certainly not part of Nintendo's "oh, let's try something new" thing anymore. Done being the guinea pig for Nintendo. It better play all the back compat games, but fingers crossed it is fully back compatible. I mean, it would be shooting yourself in the foot, wouldn't it? So, but you never know. It is Nintendo. And it's surprisingly quiet on the Starfield front. I'm a bit surprised that there hasn't been much of a marketing push anywhere. I mean, if it wasn't for the rinse and repeat YouTube Starfield fan channels, you wouldn't even know this game was coming out. Starfield is Bethesda's, really Xbox's biggest game in like a decade. It releases September 6th to retail and Game Pass. Just the fact that it's getting a retail release means it should be pushed promotionally. There should be some marketing. I mean, Spider-Man 2's already had a big marketing push and it will continue. So why no major marketing push already? You may have some answers, let me know in the comments. And the rumored PS5 Pro has a tentative release window, as I say, holiday 2024. Some have pegged it for November 2024, which wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. But at this point in the PlayStation 5 life cycle, I would expect, and this is purely speculatively speaking, Sony is permanently to reduce the revised standard PS5 price point to around $379.99 or $399, just shy of $400. And the PS5 Pro model, when it launches, should retail at around $479.99, around $500 US, or there's just no point. Yeah, so bring down the vanilla model, make it $350 even, and then you can charge up to $500 for the PS5 Pro, providing it has a big enough improvement in terms of performance and graphic fidelity. And if indeed there is a purchasable add-on Blu-ray disc drive for these new PS5 consoles that are reportedly rumored to be coming out without discs, well, I'll be speculating again that these add-on disc drive attachment thingies should retail for around 99 Great British pounds, maybe 110 US dollars, with the difference in, exchange rates and stuff. And with many official and retailer specific PS5 plus a disc drive add-on plus a game disc bundle, well, I expect these deals to be all over the place. Could be worth a shot, right? Though, what say you? Let's continue the discussion cordially in the comments, as that brings us to the end of the video. Just like, subscribe, hit notification bell, comment regularly on videos, and you can help Foxy Games UK reach more gamers, so feel free to share the video. You may also wish to consider supporting Foxy Games UK via Patreon because, well, we're like family now. Link in the description, but that concludes our time together today. Until next time, play games, not corporations.